Welcome to the show, Louis.
Thank you very much, Karen.
You're welcome. Nice to have you here with us. So tell us about your early experiences with music. You know, what was the first instrument you learned to play and at what age?
I started with acoustic guitar, Spanish acoustic guitar, when I was a teenager, like 12 or 13 years. And then I switched some years later to electric guitar.
13. That's a good age to start things up like that. So, who have been your greatest influences?
Basically for Narbeleth, from my current band, my main influence, I always say, is the Scandinavian black metal scene from the 90s. It's my main influence in like a whole. When we come to particular bands, so bands like Arcanum or early Darkthrone or Judas Iscariot from the USA.
Yeah, also, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
That's awesome, because I know we're going to get into the history of your band now, but I've seen some live. I've obviously not been able to see you live, but I've seen some live videos, and you've had a couple of Judas Iscariot t-shirts on. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I know you've done a couple of covers too on your album. So anyway, if we go back, I mean, you formed the band back in 2008 as a solo project and independently brought out your first demo, Dark Primitive Cult, in 2009. Can you talk to us about the early experiences in getting your music out there to the world?
Well, you said I started the band in 2008. And always at first my goal was make only a studio band just for recording, but and then I record this demo, Dark Primitive Cult, and with this idea in mind. And at that time in the internet in Cuba was very hard to was not public access in that time. Was very, very hard. So we were almost like in the 90s. So I went lots of time to the post office and I sent demos to every corner of the world. It was very nice indeed, because I like this kind of feeling, and it was the main way to make my music reach other parts of the world. That was the very beginning, and finally, I got released in tape by a label from Bolivia.
So 2 years later, you brought out your first album, Diabolus Incarnatus, which included a cover of Darkthrone's The Hordes of Nebula, one of my favourites from them, by the way, and a great cover. Can you talk about your inspiration behind the making of this one?
Of the cover?
No, no, the whole album.
The whole album. Well, I think that we are talking about the cover version, and just like a statement of the main influences behind this music. So as I told you before, when we were talking, my main influences in creating the Narbeleth music is the Scandinavian scene from the 90s.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make a 90s rooted black metal raw, and this came out with this in mind, with bands like Darkthrone, like early Mortal, like early Mayhem in mind, and this came out.
Yeah. I mean, that's clearly. We hear that in your music. It's you're clearly rooted in those days, and your music's amazing in that respect. So, then you brought out that EP, Hail Black Metal, which basically says it all. You know, you got 2 new tracks on there, a Judas Iscariot cover, and a live track from one of your festivals, I believe, out in Cuba. So that was awesome, and then. You then came out, I think, was it 2 years later, with a Hatred Manifesto, and this time was released on Falter Records. So what was it like working with a label after a trio of releases on your own?
Well, being signed to Falter Records was a huge deal for me, because it's a cult label, if I may say. It's a very old label, well rooted in the underground. At the same time, it's a very respected and known label, without being mainstream or big like Napalm or all these other labels. So for me, was a huge deal to make release my music through this label. Was amazing. So, and the experience has been so good that since A Hatred Manifesto, I released all my albums with Falter. Yeah,
awesome. I mean, at last, gone were the days, although you like them excuse me, about sending out albums yourself, getting them, doing it all yourself, and then having to send it all out yourself. Now you've got a good record label to help you spread the entity that is Narbeleth. Awesome. So let's talk about the writing side now. Do things pop up as ideas, or is it more like a ritual, creating a space for inspiration and things to flow? How do you go about that process?
The process of composing the music, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I will not say that it's a ritual, but it can be in certain point of view. You can see it from that perspective. I just take my guitar when I feel in the mood, and I begin to play, to make things. Most of the times without anything that I preconceived before I sit with the guitar. I just play, and when I play something that I like, I record it and I save this, and this the process. Mm-hmm. When then I can make half a song or even one entire song in one day, the music I mean, or maybe I just save the riffs, and then other day I see how they can be matched with the other, and but this is with this dynamic I create the songs. When I record something that when I hear it again I don't like, I just delete this. I don't save riffs for other time. So this is the process. It can take me a week or 2 months or 6 months in making one song. It's independent of the mood, and I don't force myself to make it, and that's one thing that I like to work with Falter. I have no pressure in me. So maybe yes, it's a ritual. I have to be in the mood to create it. If I am not, I don't even bother to take the guitar to try and make music.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, in your personal space is still a ritual in the loose sense of the word. I was mentioning that. I didn't expect you to hail Lucifer, etc.
No, but I understood what you wanted to tell me, but I tell you, there's not certain steps I follow. I just grab the guitar and sit to play. There's no preparation. Maybe other people want to light a candle or put the correct illumination or something. That sometimes it helps, let me say. But I just need to be in the mood. Anytime, be in the mood. If it's sunny, rainy, it's cold, hot, if I feel inside me that I am in the mood to take the guitar and jam, and I can get something at the end, I will do it.
Awesome. It's like that. Something within, that power within rises up and says, now is the time to do it. I love it. So what comes first? Could lyrics come first, or is it always the music first?
It's always the music first, yes. In fact, I always write all the lyrics when I have all the songs for the album. I am not that good at writing the lyrics. Yeah, it takes me some effort to do it. So that's why I always come with the lyric after I have all the songs for the album, and then this helps me in some way, because I write the lyrics depending on what the songs say to me, or what the songs asked on the lyrics.
Oh, that's awesome. Love it. Okay. So thanks for explaining that to us. We then go to 2015 and your release through Blackness and Remote Places. On track 4, Delivering the Very Soul, you had Ask, vocalist and drummer with Campfire. Can you talk about working with Ask and the reason you chose him for this track?
Well, first I must say that he's an incredible guy. He's a great person, and I always liked Campa. And years ago, I got in contact with him because I was in contact with him, and one day he told me that their guitar player Ola was going to Cuba, because his girlfriend was working there, and he want Ola to meet me. So we did it, and we became very good friends. They are lovely guys, are very cool guys. And one day I was just when I was making the album, I asked if he could record some guest vocals. He agreed, so I sent him the lyrics. I told him I would like to be in Norwegian. You are the guest. He translated it, and I told him, you sing the lyric as you feel it will fit in the song, and he did it. And I am very pleased with the result. In fact, I'm very looking forward to the day we can. I could invite him to stage and sing this and play this song with him. It would be very cool.
Oh, that would be awesome. I hope I'm there to see that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So thanks. So another album, In the Meters, followed in 2017 with the addition of your new drummer, Vinduk. Can you talk about your finding Vinduk and how things have worked out with your new bandmate?
Yeah, of course. Was in 2014, the first time I came to Spain, was the first time I came to Europe to play at Under the Black Sun, the very first time. And before this, I was in contact with a band from here, from Galicia, the region I live now, called Sartegos. And I was in contact with they were a two-pieces band, like similar to Narbeleth, the singer who plays the guitar and instrument, and the drummer. I was in contact with the singer, Ru, and when I came, I wrote him, I'm going to Galicia. It would be cool to meet him, because he lives in the same city I live now, and in this city is where my family lives. So at the time he was working in London, and he told me, well, I will not be there, but my drummer is there, and it will be cool if you guys meet. And we met, and we make a very, very good friendship. So, in fact, we went to the rehearsal room, we jammed while I was here. And so for this album, I asked him if he would like to make the drums, and he agreed, and the rest is history. We are very good friends, and we have very good chemistry when playing, so it fits perfectly in Narbeleth. That's why I decided to make him an official member of the band.
Oh, that's awesome. It's great when you find someone that you can work with and get your music out there the way you want it, you feel it.
Absolutely.
Great stuff. So your lyrics are all about darkness, black metal and blasphemy, and you've always written them in English. Although your native tongue is Spanish, can you talk about why you chose to write this way and not in your native tongue?
I think that Spanish is a very weak language for metal music. I really do. It's a a beautiful language, very rich and very interesting language. But when it comes to metal music, I think it's just my opinion and my point of view, doesn't fit well with the music. I don't like when I hear the bands singing in Spanish in a black metal band. I don't know. I feel that doesn't fit with the music. Nothing to do with why I feel what I feel to my mother tongue. Is I love it. Spanish is beautiful, but when it comes to metal, I don't think it fits good. So I decide to come with English. It's the universal language. Everyone understand, almost everyone, and I think it fits very good.
Indeed it does, and a great choice. So you speak very good English now, so it tells.
I do my best.
So you've just released your latest album, Svmma Cvm Nox Arcana, and your longest album to date, coming in at 41 minutes 40. You got 8 crushing tracks there, including another cover, this time by Nettle Carrier.
Yes.
So how has the reaction been so far to this release?
It's been really good, really, really, really good. Even very way more than I expected. I think I am very satisfied with the album, and I thought that it would be very well received, but has been bigger than I expected, and I'm very, very happy with that, to say the truth.
That's awesome. So what about down in Cuba? How's it, because we don't hear so much here, how they've been going for copies of the albums, etc.?
I have been not able to send copies there. I plan to send copy to some friends, but it's normal that it's very difficult to have or to get physical copies of the album there. So I know the album in digital has been circulating in the Iceland, and I have received a lot of compliment from the Narbeleth followers there. I am very lucky because I have a lot of followers in Cuba, and that makes me very, very, very proud. Even when the band is no longer based there, I still having feedback from followers there, and it makes me very, very proud. In fact, I'm very looking forward the day I can come back to play. The last time I played there was in 2013. So can you imagine?
Oh, that will be an awesome comeback to your home country. Absolutely. Indeed. Yeah. So the artwork is amazing and looks like a doorway to another world. Yes. Tell us about that artwork, and do you visualize what the artwork should be like, or do you hand that over to your artist?
The artist is a very good friend of mine. She's an amazing illustrator, but this is the first time she make an art for a metal band. The first time. So I just sat with her, and I explained what very, very let me see how to put my ideas. I didn't say to her exactly what I wanted. I just told her a lot of ideas. I want more or less a guy walking, wandering in the desolated place, dark. I want the moon, and she came with this absolutely amazing drawing that I think it's like a printed visual version of the music. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I do too. It's amazing. It does draw you in, that picture, and you'll be seeing different things in it all the time, which is awesome. So how long has it been since you played live, and have you any live shows planned this year?
Last time was at Under the Black Sun, 2019. So it's 2 years ago. And right now we are planning coming back to Berlin in December for the Mortem et Diabolum festival that is confirmed so far. Next year we are going to play in Zaragoza here in Spain in the Bloodfest festival, and these so far are the two confirmed dates. But we are working in having more. For example, when in December when we fly to Berlin, we want to take advantage of this and play at least a couple of more shows.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. I guess you've missed the live, have you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, of course. And mostly I want to play live all these new songs. I'm very looking forward to this.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, that's how you did it, isn't it? You brought out your album and then you went out on the road to promote it, to play it to all the people that probably couldn't hear it. But I guess these days on the internet, people can hear the music now, which is awesome. I mean, you've got a great Bandcamp page. Everything's on there.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that because if you want to introduce all of your social media pages, because we're just about to wrap up the interview. It's been awesome talking with you. Is there anything else you'd like to add that we haven't covered here?
No, I think it has been a very complete interview. It's a real pleasure for me. About the social media, I have the Facebook page, Narbeleth.blackmetal. I have also an Instagram page, Narbeleth Official, and the Bandcamp page is narbeleth.bandcamp.com.
That's awesome. So you're just about to hear some of Narbeleth's new music. So until then, thank you very much, Louis, and I wish you all the best for the future, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks to you, Karen. It's been a very pleasant interview. Thank you for the support.
You're welcome.